Attention, everybody. The views and opinions expressed on the show are not necessarily those of Axe Ministry, Axe Media Group, and or their affiliate and subordinate ministries and or nonprofits. Some of this content may be adult in nature, so please use discretion while watching with your chillins. It's so weird hearing that in stereo. I mean, we never hear it like that. Good morning! Coming to you live from Axe Media Group headquarters here in the beautiful Springfield, Missouri. It's the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay, with your hosts, Matt and Jay. And we're going to say, hey, it's Monday. What do you say, Monday. Jay?
Life is like a pie in the face,
Life is like a pie in the face. Known more intimately by our friend and brother in Christ and our cohort, Johnny Rooster, who did indeed receive a pie in the face.
Yes, he did.
On Saturday.
Yes,
and not
he did.
Gently.
No.
From what you tell me, it was
I can't
not
wait
gentle.
to hear the video because it sounded like a clap. Like poof. Like a clap of, you know how the sound wave from thunder?
It's like it would have upset you if somebody hit you in the face with a pie that hard, right?
You know, probably wouldn't have, not knowing that I was supposed to be, except that he could have got it in the eye because he really wasn't ready. But that actually kind of added to the humor of it.
You know, anytime I've ever seen pies in the face when I was a kid, the teacher or principal or whoever was getting the pie in the face, one year he had to kiss a pig. That was pretty funny. There's too many jokes available for that. But they had goggles on. Yeah. So, yeah, a pie in the face. Of course, Johnny Rooster, he's not all about safety.
No.
You know?
Yeah.
Safety was the last thing he
We
considered.
have to bring him back from the edge, right?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. It was fun. It was fun. I wore myself out because I started wrong. I realized I was cheating because I was holding on to the table. Then I realized he was holding on to his elbow, and we had already struggled a little bit. So I let go of the table and put my hand on my elbow, and, well, you know what? That's a lot more difficult.
Yes, it is.
Very much more
You're supposed
difficult.
to put your hand on each other's elbow.
But I had already expended all my explosive power.
Like okay, so like you and I were like this.
Yeah.
All right. Your free hand goes over and solidifies my elbow to the table, and then mine
is that
reaches.
how it's supposed to be
Yes, that's exactly how it's supposed to. Or you
Ah.
have handlebars that are like.
okay. Yeah,
you know.
official arm wrestling tables. Yeah.
But when I was in the Job Corps one time.
Yeah.
This was years ago, and I wasn't even at peak physical condition. Right. I was still pretty heavy set. All right.
Not at your best, eh?
Okay, so there's a particular character on a movie.
I'm liking and sharing this video, by the way, and the best way you can help us is by liking and sharing this video with your friends and people that you might think would benefit from it or enjoy it.
Yeah, I'll say, good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Drive with Matt and Jay. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
We're glad to have everybody on board with us today. Susan Burrow, Steve Schultz. So my nickname was a particular character in a particular Mike Myers movie called Austin Powers. I can say it in Spanish, Gordo Bastardo. You know, that's what the Hispanic people call me. It's the character's name is Fat Bastard. Okay, and I made a name for myself because I started arm wrestling people in my, so you get this, you go in and your first month is in this one building separate from everybody else in the whole entire center to acclimate you to campus life, right?
Yes.
So
right. To acclimate.
Well, there was like 20, 25 guys in this particular class. It was co-ed. And one day, one guy, we were talking about.
Would you like and share this?
Yes. We were talking about arm wrestling, right? And I was talking about how it was all psychological. Most of it was. And he said, no, it's all brute strength. And I said, I'll arm wrestle you right now. He said, okay. Arm wrestled him, beat him. Another guy said, no, let me arm wrestle you. Arm wrestled him, beat him. Next thing I know, there's a line of guys. They're taking their turns, arm wrestling me.
Just there to beat you.
Their goal was to beat me. And I won every single one except for the last, which was a stalemate. Because they don't realize it. As I'm beating everybody else, the people standing in line, I'm beating them before they even get there.
Oh, right, because they're psyched out.
I'm just staring them at the face going, come on, I know you can do better than that.
Yeah.
I know you can do better than that. And I'm just like, Because they could get me down to right here, but I can lock my arm in a position that, I mean, there's no budging it.
Right.
And so yeah, I ended up arm wrestling like 20 guys that day and didn't lose to any of them.
Did you?
So then I don't know. It was it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
It's psychological, just like a lot of things in this life are more psychological. We psych ourselves out before we even start.
Yeah.
Like like Johnny comes in with a bunch of new challenges every week.
Yeah.
And I psych myself out before. I don't know if we can do that. I don't think we can do that.
What?
You know, I mean, just like things that they seem daunting, and you beat yourself.
Oh, right, yeah, because of the technology that we have and all the things that we need to put into this, because we can do so much better. We are going to bring better and better stuff to you.
Yeah, and it's on Tuesday. Is it Tuesdays? We're going to have the learning curve.
Yeah.
Which is going to be great because that's going to be where we just play around with the equipment and learn how to do stuff that we never thought we could do before.
Yeah.
Like green screens and things like that. So
yeah.
I was playing with the green screen at church last Wednesday with Steve Mickey Mac's T-shirt.
Yeah. Mickey Mac-tastic.
Yeah. He's
Good
not
morning,
here
Steve.
today.
Sorry about your hip.
He's in pain, and then he said due to his BiPAP, he said he had a weird reaction where his mouth was glued shut. And now
you used one of those.
I used a CPAP, but yes, I know exactly what happened. I know exactly why. If you don't put the water in the distilled water in the humidifier,
right?
And let's say you have your mouth depending on which mask he has, if you don't have the humidity proper, your mouth will dry shut. It'll suck all of the saliva. Exactly. It'll dry all the saliva and all the glands in your mouth, and your lips will stick to, because your mouth is not meant to be dry.
No. What?
It's meant to be moist and humid. Okay, and I know some people hate that word moist, but I think it's hilarious. But
it's delicious.
You know what will help him? Pie in the face.
It would.
Yeah.
So
his wife, bless his heart, his wife had to peel open his mouth for him to be able to take his pain medicine this morning because he had some issue with his hip, because he's going to have his hip replaced.
Oof.
So keep him in your prayers.
Yeah.
And I know that I went without putting the water in the humidifier, and it's basically this little tray that you put distilled water in. I put other water in it before, and it dries with a bunch of stuff on the bottom, it cakes it to the metal.
Yeah.
But
minerals.
Yes, minerals. So distilled water. And,
use the distilled.
And I told him, I was like, tell them you want the heated tubing. The heated tubing is important, and here's why. You have a humidifier, right? You're sleeping. The air is humid till it gets to a certain point, and it condensates all the water, right, in the tubing. Well, the water slowly trickles down. Next thing you know, you got a puddle of water sealed in your face where your mask is, and it's just it sucks. Okay, so and I didn't know that, and I was talking to a lady at the sleep clinic, and she said, we need to put you down to get you some heated tubing. And I was like, heated tubing? They make that? She goes, yeah, that's what that little extra little plug is there in the hose where you attach the hose.
And did you get it?
Yeah.
It worked?
Yes, absolutely. And
I haven't heard you snore once maybe in the last year.
I don't snore anymore.
If I lay on my back, I snore, which I don't.
I can lay on my back now and sleep.
Really?
I don't. Nice. Just out of habit, I still sleep on my shoulder. But I don't sleep on this shoulder because it gets to hurting.
So it's something else that's up with me.
You're a smoker. That could be it.
That's probably it.
And, your body just can't handle all the awesomeness that is the J.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
And second.
My secret identity.
Good morning, Andrew Rooster.
It's awesome.
Tell Steve McAllister that I will keep him in prayer, okay? Yes, we will tell him, Stacy. Steve Schultz says, I like pie in the mouth.
Yeah, me too.
Live video interrupted.
And we did have
doing it again?
No. I got solid.
Oh, okay.
But then again, I didn't have I wasn't watching when when that went live. I'm not seeing anything like that.
Huh. Weird.
Yeah, weird. It's weird, bro.
Okay, so now I'm frozen.
We're streaming here.
Oh yeah, we're good now. We're good. But we're good. The morning drive. Life is like a pie in the face.
Yes, and then on YouTube, it's sometimes you're hungry, sometimes you're not.
That's cool.
Sometimes you're ready, sometimes you're not.
Yeah, because I mean, he wasn't ready for the pie in the face.
He was not ready.
We will have a video clip of that eventually.
Yeah.
Right, where you'll get to see somebody slam a pie. Was it banana cream?
Yeah.
Now, see, I like banana pudding.
With the graham cracker crust.
Oh, no, you're not supposed to put crust on it.
It was so good.
You're not supposed to have the crust.
It looked good. I didn't try
That's
it.
dangerous. Now,
it looked good. Those
a
are
pie
good.
in the
I
face.
like
Now, I'm talking about, do you just get whipped cream?
Yeah. Yeah, because you're not really wasting a whole actual pie.
Right.
The dog ate it. The dog was like, yo, bro.
Oh, yeah, I bet that he was that dog's best friend at that point in time.
No, the dog was kind of like, look, humans, I'm busy.
I got pie here. This is important.
Yeah, yeah.
For us dogs, this is the like
creme
the
de la creme.
That's the words I was going to say, but it's like, does that even fit?
I don't even know.
No, it's the creme de la creme. That's what it is.
The creme de la creme.
So
the
did
pie
he lick Johnny's face?
I think Johnny got to eat it. I don't know if he did or not. I know I was videoing and I was doing a horrible job. At one point, I thought the camera was on. It was off.
Were you using your new camera?
No.
Oh, okay. Because you got a new camera that you're working on so you can record your rides.
Yes, my communicator comes today that I can Bluetooth connect to it.
Oh yeah. So he came up to work last night. It's like, you notice anything different about me? And there's a big old camera sticking off the side of his helmet. Yeah. Is that a camera that I see right there?
Yeah. Is it recording right now?
Buenos dias, Tom Lavado. He said, Buenos dias, mis amigos. Which means, hey, good day, my friends. So I think
Donata.
we will be playing.
I think it's the right word, right?
If I'm not mistaken, we will be playing a video that him and Johnny Rooster pre-recorded. We're going to be playing that
today?
For Rooster's show today.
Oh. He's not doing a live show.
Graham cracker crust, Oreo crust, or vanilla wafer crust are awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Oreo crust all the way, or chocolate graham cracker crust with chocolate cream pie.
I like real slices of banana in it.
Yuck.
I like the any kind of crust. Mostly I like the crumb crusts, not the bread crust type crusts.
Yeah, but you make so
I just winged it and it came out good one time.
It did.
And that came out
And
good.
we went over to those people's house after church, and they had a homemade recipe where the pudding and all that stuff. Okay, so and it had a flaky bread type crust, and it was chocolate cream. Remember when we used to go to First Christian Church at Dadeville?
Oh yeah, yeah.
We went over to their house, and they had.
Oh yeah.
And it was not made in a pie pan. It was made in a Pyrex cake pan.
Oh yeah.
And, okay, so if you guys don't know.
They're actually probably watching. They watch.
And this will be on the test, all right, later on. What kind of pie does Matt like the most? Okay, that is my all-time favorite pie is chocolate cream pie, period. I don't care. They could have the best, most exotic pies that there are, and I'll go for the chocolate cream pie every time. So yeah, anyways. See what else we got. Stacy Wedeking says laugh out loud.
Yeah.
So yeah, good stuff. I mean, I wish I could have been here, but I was busy sleeping.
It was a great time. It was so much fun. I always have fun when I stick around for Johnny Rooster's little events.
Saturday, I work Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday this week.
He's got an idea for something that I wish he would actually just come out with it. Not do anything big to spend a bunch of money to get it ready, because really you don't need anything. You come in for one of Johnny's events, you're going to have fun. As long as you can let go. You know what I mean? And get involved, which is easy because he gets involved and he's having a great time. And he wants you to get involved, so he's very easy to encourage you. And we've had all strangers here, a room full of strangers here, all just doing the strangest, weirdest event fun stuff. Which is, and I mean, it makes it easy because Johnny don't mind making fun of himself, you know? So it makes it a little bit easier to, take a risk at maybe embarrassing yourself.
Us funniest comedians.
I have a great time every time.
Make a better, are better because we aren't afraid to make fun of ourselves, to have a laugh at our expense.
Yeah.
So
he's got some ideas that I would love to see happen. It would be really great for him and for everybody else that decides to be involved. Yeah. Tomorrow is we're not doing the Tech Day tomorrow yet.
No, that starts the 1st of April. Now,
which is then I will probably immediately go on vacation.
I need to let Randy Barr know.
Did you hear me?
Then you're going to go on vacation.
Probably. I'm going to have to take off then. I've got some stuff coming. I've got to make some time first to make sure somebody's at church to do the sound for me, and then I'll have to be in a place. It's 2 minutes to commercial, which I don't want to forget because I got to set that timer for a little bit later. because I set it for 2 minutes, but then in 2 minutes I forget. And then next thing you know, it's like 22.
Yeah, your short-term memory's not the greatest.
It's not the greatest, bro.
So
hey, bro,
what were we talking about? Steve Schultz says, "I won the pie eating contest 2 years in a row."
In a roll?
I think he meant 2 years in a row.
I bet you was able to roll after that.
He said, "No hands, had it all over my face."
All over his face. I'd go all in a pie eating contest as long as there was appropriate cleanup stuff because I don't like being all sticky.
My diet won't allow me to have a pie eating contest unless it's sugar free, I guess.
Yeah, you can have a sugar free pie,
but still, that's not fat free.
True.
Not calorie free.
Yeah.
People mistake sugar for calories.
Right.
Yeah. And if you were to eat that many sugar free pies,
it's just one. You just got to eat one. And you don't have to win. You can just enjoy the pie.
Yeah.
And it's fun.
Because sugar-free chocolate,
ooh,
better watch out.
Why?
Because that does some weird stuff to your stomach, your digestive system.
Yeah. Your guts.
Yeah.
You got to say what? All right. So we've got a commercial.
What in the guts? What in the gut?
Yes. So I've got to
turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit
layers, right?
Huh?
All right, and we are ready for commercial.
Ready for commercial. So we'll be right back after a word from our sponsors. Maybe.
All right, now we are going to bam.
Whoa.
I believe I've got this right.
This right here was over at Bus Andrews. I actually had it parked right there. And it was 08, I believe it was. And they were backing out a big 10-wheeler that they just done some jobs on.
Yeah. All right.
And as it
so they
out,
can hear
went
us.
off the little incline and slid right into my truck.
Hey, buddy,
Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man. Jolene, 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 I'm begging of you, please don't take my man.
Have you come up with a situation that you couldn't resolve?
I don't think I've had anything that I haven't ever resolved in a way that was good for the customer. Maybe not happy for the customer, but good for the customer.
When there is negativity, how do you handle that? How do you respond?
In a positive way, and never cheat. You always go in and give them all the options, and you don't hold back on them. and let them decide what they want to do, and never the cheap option.
And some people have no idea what's next around the corner once they reach Medicare age, parts A and B, and what's C and D, and a Medicare Advantage plan. Each client is unique. I do what we call fact finding and go over some things and learn about them and get to know them and what they want and what their concerns are, and make sure that they stay in network with their doctors. I'm actually licensed in Missouri, Arkansas, Kansas, and Tennessee. So those folks, they can call me and I can get them hooked up with whatever they need as far as health insurance goes.
Johnny Rooster takes on female bodybuilder Terry Williams in a once-in-a-lifetime arm Saturday, March 20th, 4166 West Kearney, 12 noon. Be there.
Yes, she goes down
We're
by
back.
default. Good morning. Welcome back, everybody. She lost by default. Forfeit. She forfeited.
Yep.
So wouldn't eat lemon pie for a long time, Steve Schultz says.
So that is going to get to be more seamless, those transitions, as I better understand and familiarize myself with the equipment and how it all works and start using it properly.
Well, I think once we get a green screen up there, it won't be a problem. It won't be a problem.
Oh, I shouldn't have X'd that out.
What?
His commercial. I'm going to have to bring it back up again.
Well,
So
later
we
on.
can play it. So we can play it during his.
Oh, no, his the video we're playing has commercials in it already.
I've been a little, what is it called, bipolar lately.
Bipolar?
Yeah.
Why? Because of your midlife crisis?
Yeah, I guess.
That's what you were calling. That's what you were calling it. I think.
Yeah, well, life is like a pie in the face, you know, and sometimes you're hungry and sometimes you're not.
Yeah, but it's
Also,
also
sometimes you're ready and sometimes you're not.
and you know it's it depends. It depends. I mean, either A, it's going to be a delightful thing because you really love pie, or B, it's not because you don't want pie in the face.
Well, you know, you see a pie, you want to eat it. And usually, how much anticipation comes with pie, right? You arrive at a dinner and there's pie on a table. It's not time
yeah.
to eat it. And you're like, oh, that's good. And it smells delicious, looks amazing.
Yeah.
And you want to eat it now, but you got to wait.
Now!
So there's all this anticipation. And then it's delicious and amazing. And a scoop of vanilla ice cream. And it's hot and, you know.
Dude, apple pie a la
Or-
mode is amazing.
And you're ready to eat it, you know, but instead, bam, hits you in the face. Now it's all over your face and all over the ground, you know, and life is kind of like that. And I think that's part of my midlife crisis. You know, when you're young, you start to model your life after things that you see that you admire, and you want your life to be like that, you know, and then you along the way, a lot of it ends up on the ground, and then it's no good to eat anymore. You know what I mean? So life doesn't turn out the way you hope, just like a pie in the face, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, for some it does.
But then you also got to realize you can eat the stuff that's on your face,
True, you get some. Yeah,
and that tastes delicious.
it does.
Unless it's banana cream, and then it sucks
Yeah.
because banana cream pie is yuck.
Well, I think the important part is to realize there are more pies out there.
But sometimes
You know
there's
what I mean?
more.
There's more pies to be had.
Sometimes it is banana cream pie. You don't like it,
Sometimes it is, right.
you know.
So I think that's kind of my
And there
midlife
is more
crisis.
pie out there.
Yeah. And I've made some mistakes in over-investing in people, which I don't think that's, I'm not trying, I don't know, that doesn't sound right. But really, you know, you've got to invest in yourself a little bit along the way,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
because you can't, you know, people's lives change.
yeah.
Their purposes change, and you can't interfere with that because of what you imagined the future was going to be like. That's just not appropriate, and it's not fair to the people that you're involved with to think that you can imagine life with them and that it turns out the way you imagine it. Because then now what are you doing? You're controlling their life. You can't do that, and you don't know what their purpose is.
Right.
You know what I mean? all the roots in my life that have changed direction and not turned out as I'd hoped, all of those things went on to be something else, right? You know what I mean? And to look a lot different than what I'd imagined. And they are still as good as they could be, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's what happened is I got to be an older man and thought, what am I doing, you know? I'm 51, middle age, you know. Now I can get a senior discount, though.
You can.
See, and that changes everything. That's what I'm saying.
It's on the bright side. You need double
like
ARP.
bipolar. At one moment, I'm excited because of senior discounts, and the next minute, I'm saying, "Hey, this doesn't look like I thought it would."
Yeah.
Not that it's bad either, because we've done a lot, and it's amazing what we. And it's weird how all of a sudden you look around and like, how did I get here?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I think I was having a midlife crisis. Like, oh, we're all gonna die. I'm gonna die soon. What if I got to show
COVID
from life?
can trigger something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was. I mean.
Yeah.
I was like, what am I gonna do when Jay goes? What am I gonna do when Barney goes? What am I gonna do with
everybody
all these
dying.
people?
What you're gonna do is prepare yourself so that you're able to, you know, not depend on people. Because it's weird, isn't it? You get dependent on people without even realizing it. And then they become a bigger part of you and your life the way it is than you realize. Like with your dad, suddenly he was gone. And I still, you know, get hit with emotion on that.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like that same thing. You know, you think you know what tomorrow's going to be like.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, and then all of a sudden a big part of what it takes for tomorrow to look like that just disappears.
Oh, yeah.
And so then there's no way tomorrow's going to turn out the way you had planned or hoped. So I think maybe I make plans with too much emotion, and I ought to start making them a little bit more with some
logic,
some reasonable.
I don't think you want to smash yourself in the face with a chicken pot pie, by the way.
Well, maybe if it's cold.
So you're going to be able to stay today while I go home and go to bed, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Well, after this show, I will be getting a classic episode of Brighter Living Live to play because it needs to be played. I think I actually have one right there on that that thingamajigger there. You know what I mean?
A what? A classic episode?
Brighter Living Live on my flash drive there. So, Johnny Rooster says pot pie in the face.
I love pot pie. I like making those.
You're really good at making those.
Yeah. I like to make a thick stew and make a pot pie out of it.
Yeah. I thought that's what you were going to do this last stew you made.
No, I didn't want to put so much into it.
No, I had to. I just sat at home
messy kitchen.
Stewed about it.
And with 3 people living in one house, and it's kind of a small kitchen, really. It gets cluttered up, and it's hard to spread out and work on.
Yeah.
Stews take a lot of space to make.
Well, you know,
and pies too, because you got to roll out the crust.
Meatloaf. You know what I should make? Shepherd's pie.
Shepherd's pie.
But I can't have the mashed potatoes, really.
What is shepherd's pie? It's mashed potatoes.
It's mashed potatoes, but it's like, okay, so most people use hamburger. You can use lamb. That's why they call it shepherd's pie, actually.
Oh, okay.
Ground up meat, right, with vegetables like carrots, peas, corn, and green beans. Mixed all in with the meat and stuff, and then topped with mashed potatoes and cheese, and baked. And then so you have your mashed potatoes with a layer of baked cheese on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's really good. It's really good, Jay.
It sounds like it.
So it's like a pie with a mashed potato crust. Dad used to make it all the time. Dad and his concoctions.
He was good at cooking. That's where you get it. Your enjoyment and loved. And then, you know what he enjoyed, I think, more than cooking, was sharing what he made.
Yeah.
Because he would call me into the house randomly. I got this over here. Come on in and have some.
Come on in and get you a piece.
And you know, when you look at what he's made, he made extra portions just for you.
Just for
what I
you,
mean?
yeah.
Yeah, so he's got you in mind when he's doing this.
Yeah.
And he's trying to do it. I don't know if he tastes while he makes it because everything he makes is so good.
Oh, yeah.
I had his meatloaf was the closest thing to Mom's meatloaf that I've had in.
Yeah. That's where I learned how to make
35
meatloaf.
years.
Of course, I add my own stuff to it. You know,
Yeah,
mine's a
yeah.
little bit different than
Delicious,
his.
yeah. I like the more crispy ones,
Yeah,
but you know what? Really, they're different things.
yeah.
So there's the crispy kind, and there's the not so crispy kind because
You know, if I put it in,
your meatloafs are as good as they get.
if I put it in the broiler for a little bit, it would crisp up.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
Or
how
maybe if I baked it at a higher heat.
I've tried it. and
Well, I know
couldn't
how
do
he
it.
did it. How he did it was he put it on a cookie sheet, and he used ground turkey. That is
Mom made hers in a bread
very,
loaf,
very lean. Yeah, that's where most meatloafs come from.
and she put them in there. I think they cooked for a long time too.
Yeah, I mean, I could have cooked mine for a longer time as well.
I think Mom did like 4 times as long as you do yours. She
Yeah.
had to have to
Yeah.
get the crust like that.
It's good stuff.
I
good
probably
stuff.
couldn't even eat hers now because of my missing teeth.
Nah, you
gumming
couldn't.
them.
Oh, so she burnt hers, is what you're saying?
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and I loved it that way.
Yeah, I
though.
did. Well, yeah, Dad did too, and I
Yeah.
did too. I would be in there. I would cut the edges off of it and eat the
Oh
edges.
yeah.
Dad would be like, "You leave the edges for me. Some of them."
Oh, and Mom's apple pies. There's no words to describe it.
If they're anything like your apple pies.
She tasted it while she made it. Stacy made one that one year, my sister, that was as good as Mom's, tasted just like it. So she's making it. And I said, how did you do that? How did you know how to do it? She said, well, I tasted it while I made it. So she's tasting everything all along to get it to taste like the thing we love so much, our Mom's apple pie. Bakes
Oh
it,
yeah, yeah,
and
you're
it's
right.
perfect. We got 7 minutes.
Yeah, well, and it's the morning mouth is next, followed by brighter living. I'm sorry.
So
My
Brighter Living is going to be the classic episode?
I guess in my mind, yes, it's brighter living is going to be the next episode.
Is
but it's
Morning
gonna be
Mouth
classic.
going to be a recorded? Or
It
is
is-
she doing it live?
No, it is recorded,
Okay.
but it's a recording that no one has seen yet.
And so we're going to work on something else while his is playing?
I guess so. I'll be headed home to go to bed.
Yeah, you're headed home.
But
to go
just
to bed, bro.
remember, because we got that new microphone to put on that camera in there to try out, but you can't try it out while this is going on because it'll, you know what I mean? It'll bleed over.
What we're doing now?
You can't work on that microphone while there's a video playing.
I think we can now. Somehow, I don't know how.
You can't because in order to hear it, it has to be going through the system, and then the system will be going. It'll be
No,
playing
because
over.
this HDMI is into a different channel. I can turn that volume down. Oh, because then
Then
it
you
will
won't
turn
be
it
able to
off
hear
on
it.
the headphones.
Yeah, exactly. So.
More switchers. See, I don't know. This is a pretty complicated thing to do.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And I can make it work.
yeah.
Probably cheap compared to what it would take to buy a piece of equipment that's designed to do all of that switching with all those different types of systems. Because you have HDMI 3.0, you got XLR, you got quarter inch, you got HDMI,
PQG.
RCA. I mean, you got so many
CIA,
different types of switches that you need
FBI.
to do.
I'm just throwing out acronyms now.
You're a
This
brat.
Well, you
You're
know,
a brat.
I never claimed.
It's like your family.
I've never claimed not to be a brat.
You know,
Boy, my allergies are stomping me in
Yeah,
the ground right now. Does my nose sound plugged up?
a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. Allergies.
Yeah.
Gotta
I'm
love
having
it.
a little bit too, but mine aren't bad enough to be aware unless they're mentioned. Then I start to think.
So if I
yeah, maybe
think,
there is
let's see.
allergies.
What is the pollen for today? I know we've got 5 minutes left. Pollen. Pollen count in Springfield mode today. Pollen count, Springfield, Missouri, official website. This is according to Springfield greencountymode.gov, I think is what it is. Moderate. Moderate. Trees, grass. It's all moderate to high. Well, except for poplar.
So what are we doing?
But so yeah. Well, we're just talking about the pollen.
Yeah. So if you have allergies, feel for you today.
Yeah.
You developed yours suddenly, so that's kind of
Yeah.
a new thing to adjust to.
Yeah. I mean, it started last
You know,
year.
it's like a pie in the face. Only
It's
it's
like
pollen
yeah, it's pollen pie
and
in the
allergies.
face. Pie pollen in the pollen face.
That's the show you want to play?
Oh, it's a little spot ad I want to run between.
Shows. Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So.
And I have to bring the commercials back up too.
So Brighter Living is the last show. Sorry. He's
Johnny
next.
Rooster's
Johnny
next.
Rooster
Morning
is
Mouth.
next. So that's going to be you guys. I'm very proud of you, Jay, for I mean, you're picking this up pretty good. I have no doubt whenever I take a vacation that you'll be able to handle it.
It's weird how when you're doing something like this, you're all in, and I just want to make it work. I want to see it work, and I want to see it work well. So I keep working towards that goal, that end. And it's nice to see some of it coming together and to be broadening your idea of what's possible. You know, because you can see how much more is possible and how we can do it so much. See, this is more seamless now that we've got it to where we can control everything and hear everything.
Right.
So it's pretty neat to see that happening, and I want to be able to do it well.
Well, that's like Rooster's got a thing that he wants to play, like a spot ad or something. Well, that throws a wrench in the whole thing because you got to play something off of that.
Yeah.
Deal.
But I know what I'm going to do.
So
we're
now-
going to plug it into here. It's a video.
Well, you'll have to plug it into that second one there.
Yeah. No, we're just going to, plug it in here.
Uh-huh.
Load it onto the desktop. We're going to bring up the commercials.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's got 2 USBs right there.
Yeah.
One of them's already plugged in with my Seagate.
Yeah, I know what to do.
So, all right, you got this.
I'm going to plug it in, access his drive, pull it out, have it up and ready to run. And then I got to get the commercial back up here and ready to run because I X'd it. Yeah, so we're going to do all that and practice using this technology.
Yeah, and I think that there's actually, and I'll look and see, but I think there's actually a classic episode on the old flash drive.
About 1 minute left.
We do.
So we should start getting out of here because that's about how long it takes.
Yep, it is about how long it takes to get a pie in the face.
Yep, that's about how long it takes us to get out of here.
I gotta take some allergy medicine.
Matt?
Yep. You might think it's funny,
Don't
but
you
it's
say
not.
some stuff usually to get out of here. You're yeah.
I know. So I'm waiting for the music.
Oh.
That's that's what I usually do. Thanks for the prayers, Steve says. So I'd like to.
Is it the slow close? Is it the infamous slow close?
Thank you, everybody, for joining us on the Morning Drive today. We'll be back on tomorrow, same time, same channel. Be sure and tune in next for the Morning Mouth with Johnny Rooster, followed by a classic episode of Brighter Living Live with Steve, Mickey, Mac, Tastic, McAllister, Boogie Woogie. So, until then, my friends, God bless you and keep you. We love you. My name is Matt.
My name is Jay.
And this has been The Morning Drive.